In the 2022 FIFA World Cup, there was much excitement when the groups and brackets rolled out. On one hand of the bracket, you had Messi and Argentina, probably the best player to have ever played this game. And on the other hand, we had Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal. Both these great players still had one trophy missing from their mantle: the FIFA World Cup. The mere promise of seeing this game had captured the imagination of the whole football world. And by the time the finals came around, Messi was there, waiting, but on the other side was the French, defending champions, and this star player, Kylian Mbappe, has been a great player in his own right. 12 years Messi's junior, he already won the prior World Cup and made back-to-back finals. This was it. This was the big one. Argentina started the game with a real fire. Messi converted from the spot, and a goal from Di Maria saw Argentina winning 2-0 going into the break. Well, in the second half, Mbappe came out with something to prove. Every chance the French got went through him, and it wasn't long until he won a penalty and converted from the spot. A man possessed, he kept going forward, playing the best football I have ever seen. In football, there are very few matches where you truly see a player's greatness. This was Mbappe's game. After tying the game by putting away a wonderful half volley, I saw the greatness of Mbappe. Everyone in the world saw the greatness of Mbappe. In extra time, Argentina went ahead again, Messi doing his best to help his team over the line. But like I said, sometimes a player just takes over and nothing seems to stop them. Unfortunately for Mbappe, he missed a crucial ingredient in making a comeback cocktail: losing on penalties. So, this wasn't a perfect comeback, but serves as a great example for why football comebacks are so special. And if we talk about the best comeback to have ever happened, there's even more specific ingredients needed for a historic comeback cocktail. First thing you'll need is a great team, each player as good as the other. Secondly, a match of importance. I mean, what is a comeback really if it's not to win something, not to prove something, not to cement a club in the history books? And number 3 is the most crucial part: ingredient X. Ingredient X is the X factor, so to speak. And one such ingredient X is, of course, choke. 2017 PSG against Barcelona at Camp Nou. The second leg of the round of 16. PSG has been trying year over year to advance to the latter stages of this competition, and after a demolition job in Paris, they lead the tie 4-0 on aggregate. The 2017 Barcelona team was a nomination of one of the greatest teams in history. So having a 4-0 deficit going into their home match was less than ideal. Luis Enrique said before the match that they were capable of scoring 5 goals, and frankly, that's what it's going to take. The start of the second leg got off great for Barcelona, Suarez scoring within the first 2 minutes. On the Barcelona side, there's a lot going on. Neymar is in his twilight years at Barcelona, one of the best dribblers the game has ever seen. Messi and Suarez are aging, and manager Luis Enrique is eyeing the job as Spain's head coach. After another goal bringing the aggregate to 2-4, and after little luck, Barca won a penalty with Messi converting, making it 3-4. 65 minutes into the game, Cavani steps up for this burning car wreck performance from PSG and makes it 3-5 on aggregate. That away goal makes it so Barcelona will have to win 6-1 at home for them to advance. And you know what they say about 2-goal leads. 13 minutes remaining and Camp Nou is filled with nervousness. 3 minutes left, free kick Barcelona in a dangerous area. Neymar stands over it. 4-5 on aggregate. A sliver of hope, but still a lot to do with no time left. 1 minute left of regulation time. An unbelievable penalty given to Barcelona. After a wonderful ball being played over the top, Neymar steps up and converts it. 5-5 with 8 minutes additional time. The best thing about comebacks are they are mostly only completed the last minute of a game. Tonight Barca is leaving it late and PSG are trying to hang on as much as possible. 94 minutes played, everyone in the box. Neymar's first delivery is blocked. He regains possession and chips the ball into a danger area and 6-1. 6-1 on the night. 6-5 on aggregate. We will never see such a lead of that magnitude evaporate in the same fashion again. A complete capitulation from PSG and a show of resilience from Barcelona. That is the choke. The coach. A common ingredient X when looking at comebacks. Through the years, we have seen great managers in our sport. The likes of Arsene Wenger, Jurgen Klopp, Brian Clough, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, Luis Enrique, Pep Guardiola. And looking back at the Champions League finals in 1999. After winning the league double and heading into the Champions League finals, Manchester United was on pole to become the first English treble winners. However, 5 minutes into the game, they trailed the German giants Bayern Munich 1-0 after a scorcher from Mario Basler. Heavy touches, overhead passes, defensive errors after another. It was a miracle that Manchester United only trailed by 1 goal. Here's the thing. United had the players. They have hunted for this trophy for a while now. And hearing the fans at Camp Nou, you would have been forgiven to think that this finals was at Old Trafford. The second half saw attempt after attempt from United. An ambitious acrobatic shot from Andy Cole sums up the night so far. United is dominating the second half, but it's just not happening. On comes Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And literally with his first touch of the game, Ole almost equalized it for United. The last 10 minutes of this game reached a fever pitch. 85 minutes in and the Germans look more than likely to score. Unlike the Barcelona PSG game, this match with 5 minutes left was still a constant fight between two giants. With 90 minutes played and 3 additional minutes left, now is a perfect time to introduce you to Fergie time, a phenomenon in football where United always finds a way to come back from a losing position in the dying embers of a game. 90+1, United corner, United goal, game's all even. 90+3, last kick of the game. Completing the first ever Champions League finals comeback in history, in some fashion too. No one will ever do it like this again. Wow. 2005, a night in Istanbul. 15 seconds into the finals and Maldini scores a powerful volley to put AC Milan up 1-0. 42 minutes played and Crespo scores his first 4 minutes later and he makes it a brace. Going into the break, AC Milan 3, Liverpool 0. Here's another common ingredient when talking about comebacks. Time. Now, like I've mentioned before, most comebacks happen at the death of a game. But all comebacks happen rather quickly. This 3-goal lead wasn't a fluke either. Milan dominated every aspect of play. The midfield was outplaying Gerrard and Alonso. The defense was the Great Wall. The attack lit up Liverpool almost on every possession. This is also when a manager shines. Can you imagine what that dressing room must have been like? More somber than any funeral or car crash you've ever seen. No player in red could hold their heads up and be proud of their performance. Well, whatever Rafa Benitez said all those years ago, it for sure worked. Out of the break, Liverpool played with intent and like they were the team 3-0 up. 9 minutes later, Gerrard scores. Shortly after, Schmeichel scores. Miracles do happen because in 5 minutes, Xavi Alonso steps up to take a penalty for Liverpool. Pressure? What pressure? After converting from the spot, Liverpool has scored 3 goals in 5 minutes to equalise in the Champions League finals. Milan did well to weather the storm and see the game out to penalties. But with the players, the fan support, a beautiful night in Istanbul, a wonderful header by Gerrard to start off the comeback, and of course, a world-class manager, Liverpool did the unthinkable, completing the second only comeback in the Champions League finals and overcoming immeasurable odds in the process too. We have seen great, historic and unbelievable comebacks so far. We have seen all these teams have the ingredients needed to succeed. But there's still one ingredient left. You remember that finals? The World Cup finals? The promise of legacy. The legacy of a champion. The legacy of an established team. Changing the legacy of past blunders. Ladies and gentlemen, Manchester City. A team that won the league one season and got relegated the next. A team that scored 100 goals a season only to concede 101. Queen's Park Rangers, on the other hand, a newly promoted team fighting the ups and downs of English football for the past few seasons, looking to establish themselves as Premier League mainstays. Going into the final day of the season in 2012, Manchester City was top of the league, tied with United, level on points, leading on goal difference. For them to establish themselves as winners, they will need to match or exceed the result of Manchester United against Sunderland. For QPR, they are one spot above relegation, having to win or draw at the Etihad to secure survival, their counterpart being Bolton against Stoke. They need Bolton to lose or draw. Manchester United was first to score in their match against Sunderland, leaving the burden on City. Shortly after, Zabaleta scored to give City the lead. To make matters worse for QPR, Bolton heading into the break was leading 2-1 against Stoke, making their chances bleak for survival. In the first half, Man City held possession although they lacked creativity. QPR, on the other hand, has been sitting deep, soaking up pressure and hoping to catch City on the break, and catch them they did. Sesse scored a wonderful goal in transition after a devastating mistake from Julian Lescott. QPR now have one finger on the metaphoric ledge that is Premier League survival. A cause not helped when Barton got sent off after an incident with Tevez, after which he decided to 1v everyone in the stadium. A dramatic send-off with a heated reaction. Save after unlikely save. QPR are hanging on for life. When out of nowhere, goal from Mackie. QPR snatch a goal and with it shatters City's title hopes. With 25 minutes left on the clock, anything can happen. Elsewhere, Stoke equalised. QPR was well over the line but still needed to hold on for 14 minutes. The last 10 minutes were all City. Corner after corner, shot after shot, each looking more and more unlikely to find the back of the net. It might really not be written in the stars for them. 10 minutes remaining for 10 men QPR. It's all meant to be for United and QPR. Man City will have to wait for their moment in the sun. You just can't buy greatness. There's no shame in losing the title to the great Sir Alex on the last day of the season. Football is a cruel game, a game about heritage. Like life, it doesn't matter how hard you try. In the end, it doesn't really matter. What could have been? This club is known by the Angel of Despair so well. You know that 99 finals? The football gods might be red. 4 minutes left for City. It might just happen. Sometimes you can have the players, the coach, the fans, a wonderful day or night, the wind blows in your direction. The ref might be a closeted fan, the gods might tip the scales to help you with every bounce of the ball, but only a few comebacks can set the tone for a generation to come. Only one comeback can capture fate and bend it to its will. Only one comeback has ever corrected the course of a club, establishing them as serial winners, winning a season in dramatic fashion, 10 years later winning the second ever English treble. Only this comeback gave the world a moment it will never forget. As iconic as that night in Istanbul, sometimes a comeback is where legend is born.